Hey everybody, this is Lewis from Mobile Level Web Dev, and today we're going to be going over a review, an in-depth review of the 10x landing pages from Copyhackers. So the Copyhackers landing page, and I wanted to give you an inside look on actually go in depth on many of the lessons. Why I think it is one of the best programs out there, much of the pros and a lot of the cons. But I promise by the end of the video, you will have a really good understanding of what's inside the curriculum. And if you're on the fence about purchasing that curriculum, or if you are looking for a curriculum to purchase and you're just not sure which one to get for copywriting specifically, I promise you that I will give you all the answers that you need to make an educated decision. So let's dive in. So I'm going to be going over the pros of this, what I like about it, key takeaways, how does everything look, do you really get what you pay for? I'm going to be going over all of that, what makes this course great and what makes it not so great. Disclaimer, there are going to be some things that I am not going to go through because I feel like it's too far into her intellectual property, and I want to be very respectful of Joanna. And there are going to be some things I'm going to go over as much as I can. I still want to make sure that you get as much insight as possible so that you can make a great educated decision into investing into this if it's the right fit for you. And in my personal opinion, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that I love this course. I think it's the greatest copywriting course out there currently. I don't think that there's anything possibly better. And I'll see if I can prove that to you in just a second. And so let's go ahead and start. The biggest key concepts is that even if it's a concept that you've understood before, because Joanna is the owner and founder of landing pages, of 10x landing pages 2.0, but she's also the owner and founder of Copyhackers, which is a world-renowned copywriting, not only resource, but business. And even when there's like normal concepts that she would normally, that you would see like AIDA, attention, interest, decision, action, or desire, action, then she puts her own really unique spin on it. Okay, So as you can see, because I think even with Thinkific you can see all of this. If you dive into the individual modules, now also if you look, I'm 1%, but I promise you I've gone through this course. She just changed it over to Thinkific from Teachable, so I had to create a whole new account, and they gave me a new license, and I have to kind of start over in a sense, but I've already gone through it a few times. And as you'll see, for wherever you want to know where she innovated things the best, look for her longest videos, right? The conversion copywriting and approach process is one of her best portions of her modules, and it really kind of gives the ethos, the philosophy, if you will, of her entire process. Okay, so that's the other thing too, is look for her whenever you see some of her longer videos. That's when you should get excited, because you'll be like, okay, now I'm going to learn something really, really interesting, because usually that's where she's innovated the most. And these concepts right here, the one reader concepts, are amazing and very, in my opinion, groundbreaking. They are taken from some other things, in my opinion, some Gary Halpert stuff and some other things, but either way. And then the AI spectrum is really interesting. And the other thing is that, of course, there's modules and letter writing exercises, which are really cool. This is where you kind of put yourself in, it kind of depends on which exercise it is. But you can put yourself, like if you're Gandalf because she kind of has you do, like, you write
as if you're Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. What would he write? And it kind of gets you in a different mindset and perspective to really empathize with your customer on a very, very deep level, because that's the biggest advantage, so that you can have the best copywriting possible. Module two, it's more pragmatic. One is very conceptual. Two is very pragmatic, of like surveys, on-site polls, review mining, how to actually do a lot of these things. And then whenever you click on any of these modules, usually you get, let me see if I can find one. Yeah. A lot of times you'll get the transcription with it and the download, and a lot of times a bonus that she does is what's called the over-the-shoulder tutorial, which is very powerful, where she actually takes you literally over her shoulder and she dissects things like Basecamp, what they did, how they did it, all throughout the course. So I think that's really cool. The other thing is there's a couple of my absolute favorite modules, which is Beyond Bullets, how to create fascinations that keep your one reader reading. Absolutely fast. Excuse the, I don't even know what irony, but it is a fascinating one, because this is one where she really goes deep. I mean, this is mostly just all about just bullet points. That's what this damn module is all about, just bullet points. She has a 34-minute video about bullet points. How many of you have actually ever really thought that hard about a bullet point? I bet very little. So this is kind of, and she really gives an amazing twist and insight into how you can make it fascinating for your customer. It's really cool. And 7 Deadly Sins is one of my other things that I absolutely love. She has a complete resource panel that is just killer. My top resources that I use is the AI spectrum, the awareness spectrum, the mind reader shortcuts, which is incredible, 10x landing page breakdown. I probably won't show you that one because I feel like that one's really too far per priority for her, and I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want me to get in trouble. And the 7 Deadly Sins, Rule of One. So all those put together are really, really cool worksheets that I use almost on every single thing, or at least keep it in mind whenever I'm doing some copy. She also has this amazing book bundle here where you have Copy Hackers, where you have these epic ebooks. Look at this ebook. This is one of the 7. This is an epic ebook, very well done, that goes all into where stellar messages come from. And it comes with this. Who's your target market? Who's your target segment? These are must-reads, honestly. I mean, they will take you very, very far. So there's 7 of those books, and they are incredible. Like The Dark Art of Long-Form Sales Pages, powerful book. And yes, a lot of it is kind of information that has been accumulated. Like a lot of it, this is not all her stuff. Like she's basically is masterfully crafted and curated the greatest hits of copywriting and fundamentals and put it all in this course in a systemized, formatted way, step by step. And that's what you're buying. And it is worth it, in my opinion. Then we also have a conversion copywriting clinic recordings that is like it's her live answering questions from like her original peeps. I believe I may be in one of the clinics, which is kind of funny, asking her a question. And then these 2 office hours recordings, just like an hour on lead magnets and an hour on long form sales pages. So powerful. A lot of cool stuff. So do you really get the value you pay for? Absolutely. You do, 100%. As long as you use it and you execute on it. And you have to keep trying. Like, it's not none of this is going to just do any of it for you. You have to actually like work hard, use it, think on it, and constantly be applying it. I got it 4 years ago, and it's still, I feel like I am still using it to this day, and I will use it for the rest of my life. It's really incredible. And the Thinkific course, the Thinkific kind of layout is fine. It's just standard. It's whatever. And what makes this course so great is that it's the most powerful education curated with examples, tutorials, and Joanna's extraordinary depth of knowledge, which makes this course one of the greatest courses that I've ever purchased, and that's very true. What makes this course not so great, it can get very advanced sometimes, and you may need to rewatch to understand the concepts a lot, like rewatch a ton. The breadth of the course is extraordinary and long, but that's kind of a pro and a con. So the other thing is that the only really gripe I would have, the biggest one, is probably the Facebook group, is that it's really not eventful. Not many people really use it too much. She did answer a lot of questions in the end. I'm sure she still answers from time to time. She answered a lot of my questions in the beginning, which was so cool when she first brought this out. And I kind of did something funny where I was younger. Was my first year, basically first few months into copywriting, and I kind of put something out, like a page out for review, and I thought it was okay, but she basically was like, she kind of ignored it and then said, no, this is what great copywriting looks like. And it made me feel like, it made me feel terrible. And almost, I was like, I wanted, vengeance kind of. And it's kind of silly looking back because, I really did write. It was pretty shitty, to be honest with you. And she was being a lot nicer than she could have been. But it always kind of, when I first started, I was kind of like, well, one day she'll see me, she'll notice me as a senpai, and I kind of got that feel, and it really drove me, and honestly made me what I think is a much better copywriter. I'm trying to aspire to be the best one I could possibly be, and and so she definitely kind of lit that fire of like, almost like, if a person says you can't, you can either take it two ways. You can take it you can, or you just rebel and just say you can't. So you can do it. So that's kind of how I took it, and I think it made me a better copywriter as a result, even though she kind of poo-pooed on my stuff. But it's all good. She was right, to be honest. I mean, of course she was right. She's extraordinary. Now looking back, it was really bad writing, really, really bad. So I would really love to see what she thinks now. That'd be cool. But okay. So anyways, I hope this helps you. Oh, one quick thing. What would I review this course? It would be a 9.5 out of 10. It's a fabulous course. One of the greatest out there. Very little to nitpick at. I absolutely loved it. Highly recommend it again and again, and I will continuously do so. Hopefully I didn't show anything too much that she would want me to take it down or whatever, but we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, I hope I gave you enough insight to hopefully make a great decision on this course. I love this course. Please comment with any questions you have about this course. I would love to answer it for somebody who's gone through it. And please subscribe. It gives me inspiration to keep doing more of these videos, and let me know if there's another tool that you want me to review. Thank you so much.